Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Even though it is the beginning of May, I am wearing a full-on winter sweater today because it was snowing so much outside this day, and I don't even know why I pretend to be surprised anymore. I do live in Alberta, Canada, and it snows around this time every single year. I am so jealous of everyone that is getting the sunshine and the hot weather, and I'm really hoping it shows up here within the next week or so. I am so excited to be sharing today's video because we are going to be tackling a ton of cleaning, but we are also doing a ton of organizing, and I am so excited to get some of these spaces tackled. I'm going to be organizing my spice cupboard and all of my cooking and baking supplies. I'm also going to be using my Cricut Joy to show you how I do some really awesome custom labels for that space. And then we are also organizing all of my kids' craft and art supplies, which is such a huge job, but I'm going to be doing that in our office. So you guys are going to be getting a little sneak peek of the office area. We have made a ton of progress in there, but I don't want to show you guys too much just yet, and I cannot wait to share it all. But I hope you all enjoy today's video and it gives you tons of motivation, and thank you so much to Cricut Canada for sponsoring today's video.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once.
So to start our day off, we are going to be starting by cleaning up the kitchen and cleaning up the dining room before we jump into any of the organizing. I also was really wanting to lift the glass top off my table so I could clean underneath that as well. I have mentioned this on my channel before, but we did purchase our table as a custom build, and I had no idea that the wood that they use for it was so incredibly soft until it was already built and in our home. So we did unfortunately have to purchase a glass top for it, which I do not like at all. I would not recommend this to anybody. As you can see, all of the food and the crumbs and the liquid gets stuck in between the glass and the tabletop, and honestly, I just hate this thing. So I decided to try and clean underneath it, but as I lifted the glass up, I could see how visibly dirty the glass itself was too. So we decided to just pick this up and move it over to the island so I could scrub this down and also clean off the tabletop without worrying about working around the glass.
To think you wouldn't be so reckless. I keep on pretending I know we better end it. I said it more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else.
So to clean off the glass, I was using my Blueland multi-surface cleaner. I didn't want to use the glass cleaner because there was quite a bit of food and buildup on the glass itself. So I thought the multi-purpose spray would be a better choice for this, and it worked great. This took off all of the food, all of the dried milk and liquids, and all of the fingerprints. So I am really happy with how this cleaned it.
Let's just waste away. One more time is all we need. A bitter truth to face, not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kinda toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a
As I was getting my cleaning done for today, Justin was actually in the living room building some cabinets for our office, and I cannot even explain to you guys how much I am looking forward to finally having an office and having a place to work and do all my YouTube stuff and just be a lot more organized. So I am really looking forward to that, and if you do see him in the background, that is what he is working on. But now that I have the glass top cleaned, I am putting these little silicone pieces onto the table. This just helps the glass to sit on on the table properly and not be resting directly on the wood. And I am also showing you the little grooves and indents on the table that were made from the kids' forks and fingernails or whatever else. This table just dents incredibly easy, and we were actually deciding as I was cleaning the glass off if we should just keep it off because we would love to do that, but ultimately we decided it was not the right time and we will wait a couple more years until the kids are a little bit older and a little bit more gentle on the furniture.
About things, and you're kind of simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't want.
Now we are moving on to putting all of the clean dishes away before we load the dishwasher back up. And as I was going to put the clean utensils back into their drawer, I noticed how many crumbs and just how dirty this drawer was. So I decided to just quickly clean off the container and get this drawer cleaned out before I put anything back into it.
Nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. Don't you get it? You do it right. Hold me tight when I need it. And you always like what I like we know each other. But sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes
I feel like all that I am talking about in today's video is my office, and I apologize for that, but of course it is fresh on my mind right now, and I did want to get your opinion on something. I have been thinking about just doing one dedicated video for the office, so it would be a room transformation video, and I would just share everything from the start to the end. But I've also been kind of wondering if I should be sharing as we are doing it. So I would share little pieces of what we're doing, painting, adding furniture, all of that kind of stuff each week in the cleaning videos. So please let me know down below, what would you prefer? Would you like me to just do one dedicated video once we are completely finished the room and it kind of starts at the empty room and ends when we are finished? Or would you like me to start adding pieces as we go in the weekly videos? So please let me know your preference down below in the comments.
when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? No. I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh, baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby, going down, 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 down. Baby, going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the.
Now that we have finished cleaning the kitchen, we are moving on to the fun part, which is going through all of my baking supplies, my cooking supplies, and all of my spices, and just getting everything organized and decluttered and labeled. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is washing the new spice jars that I purchased. You may have seen these already, as I did purchase them about a year ago, but since then we have collected a ton of new spices and I was needing some more storage, so I purchased the same ones off of Amazon. They are the glass jars with the bamboo lids and I absolutely love these. So I'm just going to quickly go through and get all of these washed, and I will have these spice jars linked down below for you, and I will also try and link anything else that I use in this video if you want to purchase it for yourself.
Baby, going down, 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 down. Baby, going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby, going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought
So now that I have all of the spice jars washed, I did want to give those a couple of minutes to air dry. So while those are drying, we're going to go through and empty out the cupboard. As you can see here, especially the top two shelves, it is an absolute mess. The bottom shelf is not too bad, but like I said, I am needing some more storage for the spices. So I purchased the new jars and I also purchased a new spice rack, but we're going to be going through and taking everything out. We're going to wipe down the shelves and just have a clean start before we start labeling everything.
There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. We keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure.
So we are going to be creating labels for both my new spice jars and some bins I purchased to organize the rest of my supplies. We are going to be using my Cricut Joy for these projects, and the first thing I am going to be doing to get started is creating my labels in Cricut Design Space, which is the program you use to create all of your projects for your Cricut machines. No matter which machine you purchase, each one does come with the free Design Space app, and with Access membership, you can get access to so many different fonts, designs, and projects that you can customize and make your own. I wanted to go with something simple and pretty to match the other jars, so I went with a square-shaped label and just a simple font I chose from Design Space to get the look that I was going for. For my spice jar project, I will be using my Smart Writable Vinyl and my Cricut Joy pen, but when it comes to labeling my acrylic bins a little bit later on, we will be switching it up and using black permanent vinyl, and I will show you the process of how my machine cuts the vinyl and then how I go about weeding and transferring the vinyl to the acrylic bins.
But I don't know that much about you.
If you are not quite familiar with what a Cricut machine is or what they do, I did want to give you a quick rundown. Cricut machines are smart cutting machines that let you create personalized projects for your home and your everyday life. Cricut machines can cut hundreds of different materials, making your creative options practically endless. I do have a couple different machines and I love them all equally. I am using the Cricut Joy today, but I also have the Explorer Air 2 and the Cricut Maker 3, and honestly, there is no wrong choice when choosing the right machine for yourself. I honestly have never been the most creative person, but when it comes to my Cricut machines, they have allowed me so much creative freedom when it comes to the projects I want to create and being able to execute those projects exactly how I was hoping. I have been able to create so many fun projects with my machines, from birthday cards to personalized clothes for my kids. I've created custom home decor, but honestly, my absolute favorite thing to create with my Cricut machines is the different labels for organizing around my home. Cricut does make labeling and organizing incredibly quick and easy, and it is always so much fun and even makes the most daunting projects exciting.
Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Why can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you love me?
I am so happy with how these labels turned out, and I did want to give you a close-up view. Of course, I will show you them again once we get them set up in my cupboard, but I am so happy with how they turned out. They look like they were extremely expensive and hard to achieve, but you guys saw how easy and quick they were, and I just could not be happier with how they look. But now that we are finished the jars, we are going to be moving on to the acrylic bins. I am starting the same way as I did with my first project. I am in Cricut Design Space, finding a font that I like for my labels. And once I find the font, again, I wanted something very simple and clean and pretty. I am loading up my Cricut Joy with my black permanent vinyl. That is going to do all the cutting for me. And then I'm going to go through and weed out all of the vinyl I am not needing. I will also be using transfer tape to pick the vinyl panel up as one piece so it is easy to transfer the words to the acrylic bin, and then we are finished and we are going to be loading the bins up with all of the cooking supplies and the baking supplies. I did also create a bin for my decorating, for my icing, and all of that good stuff, and I am just so excited to show you guys how this all turned out. I did also mention that at the beginning of today's video that we were going to be going through and organizing and labeling all of my kids' arts and crafts supplies, and we will be tackling that shortly, and I am really happy with how that project turned out, so definitely make sure you stay tuned for that. I did do the same process as I am doing here with the black permanent vinyl and the plastic bins, and I am so thrilled with how it looks, and it has just been something I have been putting off and dreading doing, but I am so happy to have it completed, and I honestly had a ton of fun doing it. So it's a win-win, and I can't wait for you guys to see that. And I also did want to say thank you again to Cricut Canada for sponsoring today's video.
But I never really put up a fight, didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say.
So now I'm just going through everything that was in the cupboard and sorting it into the correct bin, whether that is the cooking, the baking, or the decorating bin.
Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I feel like I was never heard.
I purchased this acrylic spice rack off of Amazon, and it's super great quality. It is the exact same as the other two spice racks that I already had, and since I knew I liked it, I just went ahead and purchased the exact same one, and it ended up fitting perfectly in this space, so it worked out great. Before organizing all of the spice jars back onto the spice racks, I did just want to go through and refill all of the jars that were needing to be refilled. I do buy some spices in bulk, so I already had some on hand, and then I did take inventory earlier on in the week to make note of which ones I needed to purchase so I could refill all of the jars. So now that we have finished this entire cupboard, I did want to give you guys a quick overview of the before to remind you what a mess it was, and then I'm going to show you the after, and I am just so happy with how this turned out, and it always feels so good getting a space like this organized.
You hear them calling, shouting your name.
And now we are moving on to day number 2 of cleaning and organizing. And the very first thing I was wanting to do this day to start my day off was collecting all of my kids' laundry to get that in the washing machine and going. So we're just starting in Quinn's room, grabbing all of her dirty laundry, changing her sheet, and just organizing these diapers that were in this open bag. And then I'm, of course, collecting all of the laundry that was in Rowan and Grayson's room as well.
Only you could see. Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful?
The next room that we are going to be cleaning up is the living room. It was not very messy in here by any means, but I was just wanting to get everything picked up and off the floor. I'm also going to be moving the couch around because it has shifted from the wall more than I would like, so I'm just kind of scooting that back towards the wall. And then I'm actually going to be starting on organizing all of the craft supplies. I wanted to do it in the living room on the floor just because I thought that would be the easiest place to get it all done. I am also going to be sharing the bins I purchased. I purchased these from Michael's and I believe they were $5 or $6 a bin. And then I also purchased a black carrying case for all of their markers and pencil crayons and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm really happy with everything I got, and it was all fairly inexpensive. So of course, the very first thing I am going to be doing is sorting the bins into categories. I knew I wanted one of the larger bins to be for the construction paper. I knew I wanted another to be for the coloring books, another to be for the workbooks, and then some of the smaller bins, I knew we had a lot of stickers and paint and Play-Doh. So I'm just going to be picking bins for each category and going from there. You guys will have to let me know if you are the same way, but I absolutely loved this part of the process. I love getting rid of stuff. I love organizing stuff, and I just like seeing my projects come together. So organizing these bins and sorting through everything and throwing out things that were junk or no longer used just made me so happy.
Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
I believe I paid $6 at Michael's for this little holder, and I would 10 out of 10 recommend getting one of these. I absolutely love having all of our markers and crayons and pencil crayons organized, and actually my kids absolutely love carrying this thing around, and they have been doing such a good job at keeping everything organized. So like I said, I would definitely recommend purchasing one of these and retiring your old pencil case because I think this is such a good idea. So now that we have everything organized and each bin is categorized, I am just going through again on Cricut Design Space, finding a font I like, and creating the labels I am going to need for each bin.
Is it possible you sleep with someone else between your sheets and this sheet?
Once my Cricut Joy had done all of the cutting work for me, I am going through the same process as earlier and weeding out all of the extra vinyl I was not wanting to transfer onto my project. And then I will be using transfer tape again to pick up the words as one solid piece and transferring it over to all of the plastic bins.
We were kids that didn't know, but we grew to solid gold. In the night, you and I, not long ago, laid in bed without our clothes, together keeping up the cold.
I feel like when you add custom Cricut labels to your organization projects, it just makes such a huge difference and really ups your organization game. Of course, everything looks organized and looks really put together when it is in these plastic bins and it's all categorized properly. But the second you add the Cricut label, I just think it makes such a difference and just really elevates how it looks.
Shouldn't even care if you look in those eyes, baby. Do they make you lose gravity? Like you would hold on for so long looking at me. Look in those eyes, baby. Are you forgetting our history? Or does the voice inside your mind recall that we were kids that didn't know, but we grew to solid gold. In the night, you and I.
So this cabinet here is in our office and I am so excited to start organizing this entire space, but I thought this little corner would be perfect for all of the kids' art supplies. It is somewhere that they can easily access themselves, and these containers ended up fitting perfectly in here. So that is going to be it for today's video, and I really hope you enjoyed it because I had a ton of fun filming this one. I hope it motivated you to tackle an area around your home, and you will have to let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed all of the organization that we did in today's video. Thank you again so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you are new, and I will see you all next Friday with a brand new video. Bye guys.